What is the standard of living? Standard of living is the extent to which a person is able to provide the things that are necessary for sustaining and enjoying life. The generally accepted measure of the standard of living is GDP per capita. This is a nation's gross domestic product divided by its population. The GDP is a total output of goods and services produced in a year by everyone within the country's borders. One way to measure standard of living is the Gini coefficient. Looking at the Lorenz curve can help us calculate the Gini coefficient. It is a way of showing the distribution of income within an economy. The Gini coefficient can be calculated by taking the area above the Lorenzo curve and dividing it by the area above the Lorenzo curve plus the area below the Lorenzo curve. The coefficient ranges from 0 or 0% to 1 or 100%, with the 0 representing the perfect equality and 1 representing the perfect inequality. Like all things, the Gini coefficient has its advantages and its disadvantages. The main advantage is that it is a measure of inequality, not a measure of average income or some other variable which is unrepresentative of most of the population. The Gini coefficient is sufficiently simple that it can be compared across countries and can easily be interpreted. One disadvantage is that the measure will give different results when applied to an individual instead of households. When different populations are not measured with consistent definitions, comparison is not meaningful. Another disadvantage is that comparing income distributions among countries may be difficult because benefits systems may differ. For example, some countries give benefits in the form of money, while others use food stamps, which may not be counted as income in the Lorenz curve and therefore not taken into account in the Gini coefficient. The standard of living is greatly impacted by income inequality. Some of these effects include health and social problems, lower rates of social goods, a lower population with wide satisfaction and happiness, and even a lower level of economic growth when human capital is neglected for high-end compensation. But what are some of the causes and effects of income inequality? Income inequality causes recessions. Recessions is 2 or more quarters of shrinking gross domestic products, and it's caused by falling incomes, which leads to less spending. Income inequality can be caused by 2 factors: tax cuts that favor the wealthy and rising stocks and real estate prices.